Hello everyone, I am so happy that you are here and welcome to lesson number 74 of A Course in Miracles. There is no will but God's. The idea for today can be regarded as the central thought towards which all our exercises are directed. God is the only will. When you have recognized this, you have recognized that your will is His. The belief that conflict is possible has gone. Peace has replaced the strange idea that you are torn by conflicting goals. As an expression of the will of God, you have no goal but His. There is great peace in today's idea, and the exercises for today are directed towards finding it. The idea itself is wholly true. Therefore, it cannot give rise to illusions. Without illusions, conflict is impossible. Let us try to recognize this today and experience the peace this recognition brings. Begin the longer practice periods by repeating these thoughts several times, slowly and with firm determination to understand what they mean and hold them in mind. There is no will but God's. I cannot be in conflict. Then spend several minutes in adding some related thoughts such as, I am at peace. Nothing can disturb me. My will is God's. My will and God's are one. God wills peace for His Son. During this introductory phase, be sure to deal quickly with any conflict thoughts that may cross your mind. Tell yourself immediately, there is no will but God's. These conflict thoughts are meaningless. If there is one conflict area that seems particularly difficult to resolve, single it out for special consideration. Think about it briefly but very specifically. Identify the particular person or persons and the situation or situations involved and tell yourself, there is no will but God's. I share it with Him. My conflicts about blank cannot be real. After you have cleared your mind in this way, close your eyes and try to experience the peace to which your reality entitles you. Sink into it and feel it closing around you. There may be some temptation to mistake these attempts for withdrawal, but the difference is easily detected. If you are succeeding, you will feel a deep sense of joy and an increased alertness, rather than a feeling of drowsiness and enervation. Joy characterizes peace. By this experience, will you recognize that you have reached it? If you feel yourself slipping off into withdrawal, quickly repeat the idea for today and try again. Do this as often as necessary. There is definite gain in refusing to allow retreat into withdrawal, even if you do not experience the peace you seek. In the shorter periods, which should be undertaken at regular and predetermined intervals today, say to yourself, there is no will but God's. I seek His peace today. Then try to find what you are seeking. A minute or two every half an hour with eyes closed, if possible, would be well spent on this today. Okay, that is lesson number 74 of A Course in Miracles. There is no will but God's. Of course, how can there be another will if there is only one way, one truth, and one life? There is no will but God's, and to contradict this affirmation is to believe the ego's seductive dream, in which it insists that you exist apart from God, and apart from your brothers and sisters. Because to believe that there's another will is to believe you are the body, a separate individual that can have its own will, its own strength, its own life, and its own intelligence. But that could never be true. To contradict that there is no will but God's is the arrogance of the ego mind, considering itself as the doer, relying on its own individual ways of protecting itself, which always brings conflict and perpetuates separation. To contradict that there is no will but God's is the ego's way of making sure that you are never free from its grip, of its chit-chat, keeping you hopeless and confused, believing that its voice will bring peace, but it never does. But thank God there's no will but God's, and there's nothing that can ever change that. And guess why? Because God is eternally changeless. There is no will but God's because nobody exists apart from God, because there is no you, nor me, nor anyone. God is the boundless intelligence behind all of creation, appearing as all things in creation. God is the one appearing as the one sitting beside you, the one you see in the bus, the cashier you see in the store, the one who serves you in a restaurant. God is the homeless one that begs in the street. God is the one you love and the one you despise. God is the one you attack and condemn. God is all there is, and that's why there is no will but God's. There is only God appearing as all. But we fell for appearances. We fell for the ego's voice of entitlement and superiority over others. But we also fell for the voice that says that we are small and inferior. We fell for the voice that justifies assault and murder. We fell for the voice that keeps us chained to separation and time. The whole world fell for the illusory, seductive voice, thinking we were following our own separate will and believing we can bring peace in our own way. And what did we get? Nothing but more suffering. And that's not God's will. There is no will but God's because there's no other life apart from God. There's only one will, and God wills peace, being peace itself. But what is peace? Peace is the absence of I, the absence of a separate will that is in conflict with the emptiness of this present moment. Because in the absence of I lies our eternal identity as one, perfectly untouched by our own apparent will to change reality into some thing, some tangible object that it is not. There is one reality, one life, one mind, and it is within all, silently waiting to be remembered now. Amen. I hope you enjoyed practicing lesson number 74. Please let me know if you have any questions, and see you tomorrow for lesson number 75. Have a wonderful day. Bye.